Hello and welcome to Jensen Institute Photography online course where we're going to take a look at the practical part. I'm here with Frank, who is a student and part of Jensen Institute, whereby now together we'll be putting these pieces together and coming up with an operational camera. As we started, in our previous course outline, we talked about the lens. We have the lens. We have the camera body over here. We have the battery for powering the camera. We have, this one is called an SD card for storage. We also have a speed light or an add-on for illumination or for light. Now, the first thing you're supposed to do is when you're given a camera, like this, the way it is over here, you need to take the strap and wrap it around your hand that way for the safety of the camera. In case the camera drops, you'll be able to hold it. So the first step is you have to strap it around your hand. Then after that, you get now to put things one by one. You will start by now putting in your battery. Now, first of all, you have to ensure that the camera is powered up. And how do you make the camera powered up? You take your battery when the camera is still light, when you haven't mounted your lens. So this is the battery over here. You get your battery inside the camera like that. Then you close the battery itself. Then you get, remember, all this time the camera is strapped to your hand. Then you come to the storage part, whereby you take your card. Well, so you get to your card compartment, you insert your card like that. Once the card is in, the camera will show you that it has read the card. It will indicate over here. Once you close it, you'll be able to see. It will indicate once the card is in, like that. Then after doing that, you will come now to your lens. First of all, you open where you're going to mount your lens, like this. Then you will come and open the lens cup. Then you hold the camera, the left hand, you put it close to your body like this. Then you come to where the lens is. There is a white mark, and at the end of the camera there's also a red and a white mark at where you're supposed to mount the camera. Then down here there's a release button that once you've mounted, you can be able to remove the lens from there. Now you take the white mark, you match it with the red one while you press the release button. So you put it, then you lock until you hear that they click together. Then after that, you will open the lens cap completely, and then you will come to the on and off segment. Then you put it on for the camera. Then you get to your settings. Now, before we get there, I'll dismantle the camera so that Frank, our student over here, can be able to just showcase the process in a simpler and cleaner way, so that we can see if we've all gotten it. So I will just dismantle it for Frank to do it. So I'll just turn it to how it was. So it's now up to Frank from how we started it. There it is. So let's go.
Well, first of all, I have to make sure the strap hands to give me, let's say, a grip of the camera. So in case it falls off, I have a grip of it. And then second, I have to place the battery. ensure that the card is then I open where I'm supposed to mount the lens.
Then now you remove the lens cap, because without that one you won't be able to take pictures. Now that's the first step, whereby now you have to literally assemble each and everything together, from the lens to the battery to the card, to ensure now that you have a camera. Now this is what we call, this is a digital single lens reflex camera. It's a Canon, and the model number is always at the top end of the left side of the camera. So after you've mounted this, we will get now to the setting of the camera itself. Remember, there are different settings on the camera. As we talked, we have modes, and modes are on this knob over here. One of them is M, it's the manual mode. Take a look at it over there. Then we have the aperture mode, it's written AV. Then we have the shutter mode at TV, and we have the program mode, and then we have the auto mode. But since we are here and we are getting to learn this, we will not be using the auto or the aperture or the TV mode, because now we want to get a grasp of how one can take clear pictures. Now we're going to use the manual mode, that is always written M. Now, when the camera is at the manual mode, you just get to your LCD. At the farthest end of the LCD, at the top end of the LCD, that is based on where you are, it will showcase that it will indicate M, meaning manual. When you get there, you'll get there is the shutter speed, that is the first one, followed by the aperture, then followed by the ISO. ISO is the easiest one to notice because of it has an eye on the name itself on it. It has been indicated. Then there you'll get to see that there are other added credentials that you need to understand. This camera has the picture style, and it has also the white balance. It has also the focusing point, like this camera is saying that it is on manual focused, and also it has the metering that we've been talking about, and also it has also the shooting mode, that is the drive mode, where you get to choose if you're going to choose a single or continuous. And then we have the file format, where you're going to choose if you're using RAW plus JPEG. So that is just the basic of the camera itself. Once you get it to the manual mode, you'll be able to now take pictures. Now, once you've done that, you've finished setting your camera, then you've gone to hash maybe a room that doesn't have light, then you'll be able now to add on your speed light. And all you have to do is just add it on like that, then you close it. After closing it, you remember the synchronization speed, where we say that the best one is around 200 and 250, so that the flash can communicate better with the camera. So we will get to 250, that is on the shutter. We're going to switch on our speed light. As you can see, there is the mode, which means the speed light is on manual, and it is at 1/16. And we say that the higher you go, the lower the power, and when you go down, then the higher the power. That is 1/1. So we go, and then we set. You can set based on the lighting. You can either go up or down. So we just let Frank do the last part of mounting the speed light. Remember, when all this is going on, most of the time, you should always ensure the speed light is off, and also the camera is off. So Frank is going to mount the speed light again. Then you have to lock it. So that you go and switch on the camera, and then you switch on the speed light. You look at the synchronization speed, where based on the shutter, if it's at 1/250, 1/200, if it's lower, you increase the number so that they can communicate well. Now that's just it in terms of the first basics when it comes to the practical of making sure that you assemble the particles together from the lens, and also adding the speed light to ensure that you're ready to go. The next practical, we shall be tackling and having an in-depth analysis in terms of different settings and how to do lighting, and how you can do a 3-pointer or a key highlight or the butterfly. We shall get to talk about that in our next episode.